Monster Movie Media presents.
Blast from the past. Your weekly dose of laughing gas. You don't like it, you can kiss my ass. 'Cause even James has a podcast. Even James has a podcast.
Alrighty.
Hello, wonderful listeners, and some of you wonderful viewers out there in the interwebs.
The interwebs, what is up? And welcome to episode number, I don't know.
12738. I don't know. Purple birthday cake 20.
Right, welcome to that. It's 50 something. I don't know what it is, but either way,
It's Robert Redford.
Right. It's this is the Even James podcast, and right off the bat, we're just jumping right into it. I am your host, James H. Carter II, and with me is
Hi, I'm Phill. Some of you at home and on the interwebs may know me as Phill, the guy that talks on the microphone on the Even James Has a Podcast. If you ever listen, I'm sure you know who I am.
They know who you are.
I'm sure.
And
I'm the fucking idiot.
we are oddly without Mark.
That's right.
This
We seem to have misplaced him. I don't know how. He's kind of hard to misplace. But if you've seen him, please call 1-800-555-MARK.
Yeah, don't call it.
We've got lots of lines and lots of operators open with their eyes also wide open, and some GPSs as to track the phone calls and where their locations are coming from.
We'll get him.
We'll get them.
We'll get him. But before we go any further, there's a few things I have to announce as the host of the show.
Right. Let's address these things first.
All right. First of all, that this show is presented and produced by Monster Movie Media.
That's right. The Triple M.
Triple M, y'all. Check us out at monstermoviemedia.com. And this show is available on the Stitcher smartphone radio phone application for your smartphone.
What's up, all you people out there using the
Stitcher.
Stitcher. That's so. I don't mean to offend any of you Stitcher listeners, but it's mildly offensive to my palates and my sensibilities to say that word almost like Twitter or tweet. I don't know why. I don't mean to sound like a curmudgeon. And this isn't some anti-conformist technology rant. It's just those words really don't like to roll themselves off my tongue. I don't
Stitcher.
Yeah, it's Stitcher. It's like pitcher, catcher in one word. I don't know.
Well, funny enough, last episode that we did,
Right.
Which you were not there.
No. Sorry, folks. I had the mumps.
But Mark and I were talking about like cupcake bars, place where you can get cupcakes and get whatever toppings you want and all this stuff.
If you were watching this, you would have seen my head turn and tilt at an odd angle because I'm unaware such a thing exists. Is this like the peanut butter and jelly boutique bodega places, like that kind of thing?
Little
serving
bit.
the same clientele of like sweater vests and blonde haircut Google users. You know, the jet set hop with the
Oh, I'm sure,
people.
but they also serve me, as there's a place like this in Red Bank where I live.
I'm sorry, I
So
want
I'm
to go
pretty
to
stoked
there.
about it. You what?
I said I want to go to there.
Oh, okay, because I think you didn't listen to last episode.
I should just poke my ears out because I don't listen to anything.
Yeah, we know.
ever,
But
even
just
advice.
So we were talking about it, and Mark was saying that if you were there, you would have been bashing this idea to be the curmudgeon.
Yeah, but the greater sensibility fat side of me says that that's fucking awesome.
Right.
I mean, yeah, how much do they charge? Because this might be the real tipping point where I get curmudgeon-y about it. How much do they charge per cupcake?
Well, there's a flat base, before you get whatever you want on it.
Okay.
So a cupcake with
You've prefaced it, so.
one I mean, I don't want to give them free advertising, but I'm not even gonna say the name of the place. But
Let's not.
A cupcake with frosting and nothing else is $2.50.
With frosting and nothing else, $2.50.
Right. So if you want stuff on top of that, I believe it's 50 cents or 25 cents per thing, which they have full candy, sprinkles. You could get stuff and custard injected into it. So it's 25 cents per thing. So if you got a
How
bunch
much
of
is it for them to fuck my cupcake with custard? I want them to impregnate my cupcake with twins of
right.
custard.
I think that's only 25 cents. So you could get it impregnated and get it sprinkled with Butterfinger like all my chicks, and that'd be great. And you can walk out of there $3.50.
Well, that's great. I mean, I want to go there and I want to order 2 cupcakes. Much like I do with everything in my life, order 2 of.
Oh, really? You're a 2 of kind of bro.
I'm a 2 of. I mean, 1 because I want to eat it, and 2 I want to know what it feels like to throw it on the ground.
All right.
So, I mean, hypothetically speaking, from what you're saying, I'm not going to pull the phone out and do the calculations because that's really that just says a lot about our education system that I'm not willing to give away. I think okay, so I would drop maybe like $8 to eat a cupcake and throw one on the ground in front of the people that just made that cupcake for me. All right, I'm not really against this.
Okay.
Oh, hang on a second. I've got to just continue the podcast. I have to take a phone call.
All right, Phil's
I'm
gonna
sorry.
take a phone call, so
just keep talking.
I'll keep talking. So,
hello.
So hey, everyone out there in podcast land.
Hey,
Phil has a phone call. And I'm going to keep talking.
Is it
I didn't
nasty?
mention also that we are live here at Roxy and Duke's in beautiful downtown Denellen, New Jersey.
But where we are recording this podcast right now as I speak at wonderful Roxy and Duke's in downtown Denellen, we're locked up here with a fully stocked kitchen and a totally stocked bar. So if the power goes out, I'm getting food and I'm getting drunk.
This is the place to be for
the tornado goes away.
Tornado watch. The apocalyptic war goes down.
You driving all right?
Zombie
Okay?
breakout. All that shit.
No, you got the gut. No. Let me finish. You stab the goat first, right under its throat, slice all the way down to the genitals, and then, we're still recording. Right, and once you got it down to the genitals, you hold it above the fire and let the blood sizzle into the open flames while you chant.
Yeah, definitely.
In groups of 6 and 6 and 6. You need 18 people for this event, and it has to be a full moon. So as the sizzling blood is brewing the black smoke of the dark, you then start chanting the hymns to the Dark Master and Dark Lord, right? And then
you guys,
the goat will then just burn
exclusive
up.
stuff right here.
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, listen, I'm still on the podcast. I really have to go. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, send my blessings to Satan. All right. Love you too. Bye, baby. Bye. Sorry, that was just my girlfriend calling me.
Right. What's her deal?
Totally just talk about the weather.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
I noticed you said goodbye, and then you didn't hang up.
Yeah.
And then you described how to sacrifice a goat.
Yeah, it was a last-minute thought. I had given her written instructions before she left, but she forgot them on my dresser. So the written instructions, gone. So she, just wanted, she thought she knew it. She just wanted to, make sure she knew the steps properly. I mean, we're trying to create.
Right.
I can't really get into it.
Yeah.
It's a spiritual thing.
Totally. Right on. So, the day that this airs, drops. I mean, it'll be on the internet forever, for all of time. But the first day it drops, it will be my long term. It sounded weird. Long term. My friend of over 20 years, Sanders Keel's birthday.
Really?
Yeah. It will be his birthday. I won't spill the beans on his age, but if we've been friends for 20 years,
that means he's 21.
Yeah, he's 21.
You're welcome. Happy birthday, Sanders.
Just wanted to say a special shout out.
Now you can drink at a bar, my friend,
Yes,
because you're 21.
finally. You'll know what it's like to legally ask the barkeep to top you off.
Motherfucker, give me beer! Not that that's how anybody I know sounds.
Yeah. Motherfucker, beer!
Can we start a trend, Sanders? Let's all go into the city for your birthday, and the three of us stand at a counter and yell at the barkeep. There's got to be a place where you're welcome at, and they'll accept and expect. Actually,
yeah.
something like this. Let's go in. You, James, and I stand there and say, "Motherfucker, beer!" And then when they bring us beer, we'll say thank you. And tip well, because we'd screamed.
Yeah.
Is that not something fun?
No, it sounds
normal
like
people do.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't know who does it, but I think that'd be good.
Well, I do.
Yeah. Yeah. You're normal, so.
I am.
Yeah. So it should
I'm
be
Bob
good.
Normal.
Right. You're totally. It's good. It's good. Anyways, Phil. Let's So we're alone, as we stated. This is.
Alone now.
I know we're alone now.
Doesn't seem
We're
to be
alone in this
anyone
building.
around.
Roxy and Dukes.
I can't sing anymore, otherwise we have to pay royalties.
Yeah, let's cut that off. We are cold chilling in the VIP lounge.
Because the air conditioners are on.
Yeah.
Big ups to Ma Bell and General Electric.
Yeah. Gee, bring good things to life. And so let's get to the nitty gritty here. Who are you, Phil?
I'm Tex.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in the Middlesex Death Trap, Middlesex, New Jersey. I like to think of myself as kind of an idiot.
Oh, that's very profound for an idiot.
Yeah, I guess maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what makes me not an idiot. I don't know. Maybe I am an idiot. Who the fuck knows? I sing in a band called Ghost Country. We play modern pop hits and country western. We're a traveling family sideshow band, and by that, we don't do any sideshow tricks. We're only loosely related, not by blood, and we don't travel.
Right. Very good.
I'm on a podcast called The Even James Has a Podcast, but these are all things that I do.
Right. Who are you?
It's a good question. That's kind of like, where am I? You are here. Yeah, but where am I? Who am I? I like to think of myself as a sensitive guy, as a caring guy, as a guy that won't stomp a kitten to death unless it's on fire.
Man, that is some edgy humor right there.
Hey, kids, it's okay to say inappropriate things because there's a handful of people that are going to care, and those handful of people probably won't listen to this. So let's talk more about stomping on fiery kittens, which really describes a lot about my psyche, I think, and my inner person. I've got some heroes. To say them would be obvious, so I won't.
Especially since you just said that you had them. We're
I do.
expecting to hear who they are, but
I know, isn't that such a letdown? It's like, oh, he likes stuff and he knows about things, but I mean, it sounds weird when I say the names, so I won't, and that's a little. It's one of those things.
Right, well,
not
for
that I'm
sure,
like totally
but
protecting, like, yo, bro, I can't give away like all the coolest shit that I'm into, cause like, no, it's not like that. It's just I don't know, I feel stupid saying that I'm into. I mean, not stupid, but I don't know. Maybe it's just that I'm not used to saying that I'm such a big fan of certain things.
Okay, I got you.
I don't know, but I've been lucky enough to meet a lot of those people, which I guess means gesundheit.
Carry on. I'm good.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
And also that if most of my heroes are living, aren't I quite the little modernist? So postmodern and meta. Oh, I'm on the internet.
Yeah, you
I'm
are.
not going to watch myself doing this, humping the air on the internet, because then that's super meta, and I don't want to be meta. That's for 18-year-olds, and I'm 20-something.
20-something.
Yeah, y'all can keep guessing. I got gray hair, but I ain't 30. Not that I'm sure fucking people are sitting at home listening to this on their computer speakers going like, oh, I wonder how fucking old this idiot is. He's got a fucking microphone and can say things and record things. And
Yeah, definitely.
So-
yeah, definitely. I feel you on that.
So am I answering the question properly?
Definitely. I think, why don't you steer the ship here, Phil? You know, I've been the host,
Why don't I
for a
steer the
while.
ship?
you know, so
All right.
it's just me and you here.
Well,
If let's say this is the Even Phil as a podcast.
this is wow. If this is
Yeah.
the Even Phil has a podcast, I've got a playlist to edit in later. You know, what more can I say about myself or about my involvement here on this wonderful forum that James has given us? Over the years, we may have, gotten silly and indulgent and taken this for granted, but it's great. We can reach out and say things to people. So, what is it exactly that I would like to say on the Even Phil has a podcast?
Yeah.
What I would like to say is that, and this is all coming from a fucking idiot who grew up in the middle of New Jersey, and, I didn't fucking come from any great, fucking foundry of wealth or anything like that. My dad's a plumber. My mom's a clerk. The best job I've ever had was a supermarket. I graduated high school and I went to a technical school. But what I have to say to anybody that wants to fucking listen right now is that, you can fucking get up and do things in your life. You can make your life anything you want it to be. And in this day and age, for you not to do that is selfish.
Selfish. Explain why that's selfish.
I think because there's a lot of bright people out there.
Mm.
I think there's a lot of great things going on that, people are afraid to bring out of the closet. Or
Right,
that people
okay.
are afraid to show other people that they do, or afraid to tell their friends that they write, or not comfortable enough in their own skin that they don't go out and do things that they'd really like to do. I think that in today's world, it's okay to be weird, but I think that there's still a lot of other people that don't feel as openly available to express themselves. And I think that people should know that, first of all, that's really okay. If I mean, come on, look around you at what is pop culture right now. And tell me it's not okay to be a fucking weirdo who says random shit. Like, yeah, we all grew up in the internet age where we understand what a meme is, right? Okay, everybody gets that. It's a running joke on the internet.
Right.
Sorry, Mom. I didn't mean to spoil anything for you. I think that people that have come of age now, people that are old enough to find a podcast online and think some of the shit we say is funny, I think should know that if you're sitting at home and doing cool shit, you should fucking do cool shit for everybody to see. And I think that if you're nervous about doing something in your life that you really, really, really have the urge to do, then you obviously have to do it. I don't care if it's a stupid idea, as long as it's not killing yourself, because that's absolutely the fucking stupidest thing you can do.
Well, that's not a creative outlet.
It's not a creative outlet, although it can be. But let's not encourage that type of creative outlet, okay? I mean, I've played the game before of like, oh yeah, how would you do it if you could do it? Oh yeah, how would you do it if you could do it? For the record, how I would do it if I was going to kill myself, which this will never happen, and you'll understand why. I would first off run into a really famous building in New York. I won't say which one in case I do someday hit a dump where I want to do this.
All right.
And decide that my life is so meaningless now, it's got to be a piece of performance art, right? I'm going to run through a famous building in New York, setting other people on fire because I'll already be on fire. I'm going to be running out of air. It's going to be a really short run.
Yeah.
And as I'm rolling around on the ground, I'm going to have a knife in my hand to stab the ankles of anybody around me and stab myself. And if I couldn't do it that way, I would probably tape blue paint, like I would fill up water balloons with blue paint, right? And tape them all the way around my body like a suicide bomber.
Okay.
And jump off of a really tall building and make somebody think that when they see my body hit the pavement that I just killed a whole bunch of real life Smurfs. That's how you go out, motherfucker. But other than that,
Well, you have proven that could be a creative outlet, but let's not encourage that.
I'm not encouraging anybody to do this.
Yeah, let's not encourage
just
that.
saying your life could be performance art in some other way if you allow it to be. I had really cool teachers in high school. Not all of them. A lot of them fucking hated me and thought I was a jerk off because I am.
Jerk off.
Joik off. You gotta understand, in New Jersey, you're either a joik off or you ain't.
Yeah.
And if you are from New Jersey, then you know what a fucking generalization that is, and I'm an idiot. So,
Either use a jerk off or you ain't.
but then again, even, I mean, all cultural differences aside, I think if
All right.
you're in this state that's so overcrowded, that's really baseline how you have to rate people is jerk off, not a jerk off. He ain't so bad.
Yeah.
Eh. But what else should the people at home know? They should know that it's okay to be an idiot. I walk through life blind like a baby with forks in my eyes 90% of the time, bumping into walls and screaming.
Wow, that's just an average day for
It's an average
Tex
day.
over here.
It's an average day. You know, I think what else do I have to say to a broad audience? I'm just full of fucking poignant shit, ain't I?
Yeah, I totally was like putting you on the spot. It was
Yeah, you
just
did.
like,
That's all
like,
right.
Be profound. Go.
Be profound. That's all anybody expects of me these days. It's not, hey, Phil, you got a new joke to tell? Hey, say something profound. Well, what I think the most profound thing that I could say is that if you play an instrument, write songs. If you paint pictures, find some place to hang them that people are going to see them. If you write poetry, hand it out to people at a show like it's 1994. And yes, people are going to throw it on the ground. But for fuck's sake, hand it out.
Did you do that?
No, I never did that,
That's
but I know a lot of
amazing.
people who did.
That's amazing.
You should really read some of the Ian McKay chronicled stories, like some of those like Life and Times of DC books. Like I don't mean like Superman and Batman. I mean like Washington DC, early 80s hardcore stuff.
Minor Threat,
It's
Fugazi.
fucking funny. Like right after the hardcore era, when like really like they started experimenting with like their emotions and like
That's what
Rites of
Fugazi happened.
Spring,
Yeah.
right before Fugazi, right around
Rites of
Fugazi.
Spring, yeah.
Yeah, like right around there, there's some funny things about like, you know, writing some fucking like a male poet writing some feminist vegan poetry, and Henry Rollins like coming back to town to like check up on his old buddies and stuff, and seeing this poetry and being like, "Get out! Fuck you! Get out!" And like making people cry, and then like looking at it and being like, I write poetry. I shouldn't have done that. Come back. But then like it's really funny stuff. Like,
where are you? Is this a book or what is this? You're
yeah, there's a
referencing?
couple. I don't even know where to
It's
look.
blurred
For.
in your
There's
head.
a couple. Any books about the Washington D.C. hardcore scene are really amusing. There's always funny little anecdotes in there, like people passing back Cheetos and like folding CDs and getting Cheeto prints on like, or not even CDs, like tape cassettes, like sending out like tape cassettes, right? Because you know how I mean it's even before me really, I guess, but like cassette tape demos were like the shit, you know, and folding like all the pamphlets at once in like a big
Oh yeah,
effort,
cutting them
right?
out. Yeah,
Right. And
yeah.
so
That's
like
it's been
people-
part of my life for sure.
I read online somewhere that somebody who had one of these tapes wanted so badly to know whose Cheeto
Oh, there was
crusted
Cheetos.
were on the tape that they went and had them analyzed as compared to other samples of the people that were in question, and like then putting it up on eBay like, oh, this is so and so from this DC band's fucking fingerprint. They folded the Minor Threat demo that I got in 1980, and like it's so great, and like
Wow.
But yeah, no, there's some funny. I mean, the same goes for like Seattle and like the grunge scene. There's like really funny stories about like Tad getting like totally fucking diarrhea, inflamed, like like internal illnesses, intestinal stuff on tour with Nirvana, and like how he like basically just shit along the side of a van, and like he was like, "Look, I'm writing my name," and just made a line of squirting
no
poop
shame.
on the van.
No shame.
In Seattle, there wasn't any shame.
No
let me tell you.
shame. Wow.
Or like, you know, I don't know. I don't want to tell other people's stories forever, but there's
Right.
some funny
Yeah,
stuff
yeah.
about past music scenes. But you know, I don't know. I think that I think it's okay to be out there now, you know, and that comes in a lot of ways. I think it's You know, fucking Mark Echo started as a graffiti artist and now his clothes are in Sears. Like, come the fuck on. If that's a dude that spray paints on walls can make $1 million selling fucking T-shirts with rhinos on them.
Yeah,
you can fucking create something just as easily. It's a world where anything is possible, endless possibilities. Technology is advanced.
Let's be, I don't know, realistic is the right word. There's a difference, or a divide, excuse me, between create honestly from the heart and it could be something, or create something and it will be something.
Right. I mean,
you know, because I think that's the problem that we have right now, is that it's so much accessibility to create things that things it's saturated with so much crap. No, that's subjective, of course, but there's no heart.
Beauty.
There's no heart. There's no heart in behind this shit.
I agree, and that's I guess that's part of what I'm saying, is that don't do anything you're not really in love with doing. And you know, people suffer through jobs, and those people aren't happy. People suffer through shitty movies, and you could tell because they don't put on a great performance. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, don't do anything that your heart's not in because it's not worth it. But don't feel that just because you're not sure yourself that doesn't mean you shouldn't create something.
Right, I agree with that. I just wanted to clarify that position.
No, I thank you for clarifying, because, you know, let's face it, not everybody is going to be able to create The Simpsons, but, you know, you might be able to create The Simpsons. Who's to say you can't, you know? Right. So who's to stop you from trying? James is going to take a phone call.
You can keep going.
So I'll take a little bit of time to share with you a monologue. This is totally a rudderless ship now, because I don't even know where I'm going with this. But I hope if you're listening that you get what I'm saying. And I hope that if you get what I'm saying, you take a grain of salt with what I'm saying, because I am just an idiot. But, you know, it's fun to play in bands, and it's fun to be an artist, and it's fun to be weird, and it's fun to, you know, support these things. Don't make misguided attempts, though. That's my best advice for that. Not that I've really accomplished too much myself. I mean, I'm just fucking babbling. Any of y'all like pro wrestling? I like pro wrestling. Rowdy fucking Piper, man. I like cartoons. I'm not really a cat person, although I'm a fan of some cats. There's a lot of things that you should probably try in your life. Skydiving, I've never tried, but I hear it's great. Although I hear that it's really terrifying on dogs. I think that if you're not ready to have kids, you probably shouldn't. Although if you're not ready to have kids and you are having kids, you should learn how to use a coat hanger.
All right, I'm going to chime in here.
To hang up your coat.
Okay.
At the abortion clinic.
All right. Wow. So where's the time gone? So
I don't know. I ask myself that constantly.
So yeah, we're this episode seems like we're just getting started, and it's almost
about to cut short.
It's almost over, man. It's
but
almost
you know what?
over.
Stay tuned and keep listening, because if you thought that this was funny, maybe we'll do this again someday. Just a one-on-one.
Yeah, we will do it again.
We will. Actually, that's why you'll stay tuned if you think this is funny. If you think this isn't funny, then listen to the next episode.
right. So when we leave the show, we gotta bombard everyone with information.
Right. Let's bombard.
All right. What's bombard or let's?
Let's.
Oh yes, I think you said what's. I was like, I don't know.
What is bombard? No.
I don't know.
I know what it means. If you don't know what bombard means, go to wikipedia.net.
Look at that shit up. I just want to say that first of all, you can plug your blog.
Oh, that's right. I do that.
Yeah.
I write this thing called Middlesex Death Trap. It's middlesexdeathtrap.tumblr.com. I might not be the only author. Maybe I am. I'm not going to give any of that away either. There's reoccurring characters. There's brand new characters all the time. It's all just it's based in another world that is sort of similar to this one, but
sort of.
It's just kind of a world where like a crack baby could be the president, you know?
Right.
That's how I describe it to people. Is like, oh, is he right, huh? Yeah. Well, I write about murder victims who, right before they get murdered, stick feathers in their butt, and and then run for mayor.
Right.
Down the street, holding a sign that says mayor.
Mayor of the sash.
It's
Mayor.
wacky adventures, but occasionally there's other contributors.
Cool.
MiddlesexDeathTrap.tumblr.com. Check that out. I forgot about that one.
Shit, yes. And you can follow me on Twitter. It's at James H. Carter 2, the number. You could email us.
Monster Movie Media.
No, we have our own. We have our own email, son.
That's right.
It's
check mine.
It's jamespodcast@gmail.com.
Yep. At gmail.com.
We have a website. What is our website, Euro?
MonsterMovieMedia.com.
No, that's not our show's website. That's our parent company's website.
I thought we were linked on that somewhere. I thought we just had a page on there.
Oh no, we got a full site, Phil. There's this whole world going on, right?
See,
just
folks,
out of your field of vision. It's right there.
See, that's what I'm trying to say. Write bad poetry for Henry Rollins to throw on the floor.
It's the Even James is a podcast. Podcast.com is our beautiful website.
And please, if you can and do write poetry that you somehow get into the hands of Henry Rollins and he somehow throws it on the ground, please email us and let us know. I'd love to hear that story.
Yeah, we'll have you on the show.
Yeah, I'll fly you out here on my own dollar.
Or no, not even that. What you can do is go to our website. On the right-hand side, if you have a microphone on your computer, you can hit record.
That's right.
Leave us a voicemail.
Wonderful feature.
Yes, and you could tell us that story or anything you want, and it would probably end up on the show. So fucking
you can tell
do
me
it.
how full of shit I am, or you can tell me how much your life is great, or you could tell me all about your last crusade of getting some sex, or you could tell me not about that and about how you like to cook your vegetables. I don't know. You haven't left any messages yet.
Right. You don't know what you're going to say. Like, I'm calling in because I'd like to tell Phil about the last sex that I had.
I'll listen. I'm open to any story.
Yeah, he'll listen. I probably won't, but he will.
I definitely will.
Right. So, other than that, I just want to make sure listener, that we are on the Stitcher smartphone application for your telephone. So fucking download that shit, stream this show and some other ones. Oh, you know what else is new this week?
What's new this week?
You can listen to this podcast on our Facebook page without even leaving the Facebook page.
Oh my God, we are making strides.
Yes. All you go there, it says listen now. That's it. You click it right next to photos or whatever.
What does clicking listen now do? Does that make you listen then?
Yeah, right now.
So then we should have a listen then button.
Listen then, listen now, listen nonstop, and
listen to every episode.
Yeah,
ever.
they're all right there. All right there. Well, I'm wrapping up the show. I can't answer the phone right now. So that's about it. So we're gonna get the fuck out of here.
Yup.
Special thanks to Jim from Roxy and Dukes.
Jim, Roxy and
Thanks
Dukes.
to Phil.
Thanks to me for nothing.
And my name is James H. Carter II.
I'm Philip Tex Hahn, and I am so full of shit my eyes are brown. Does that one stick yet? How's that one?
That's good.
That one's good?
That's good. And
good night.
Keep one foot in the gutter and another one in the grave. Later.